I was strolling on Twitter and then I saw a guy soliciting for funds. And then I'm like, okay, let me read the thread. What's going on? So I realized that this guy just came into the UK and he did not know that he needed to pay 50% of his fee upon enrollment. Okay, so all he did was pay his deposit and then come to the UK. And these are the things that I've seen happening too often. And this is the reason why I've decided to make this video to help someone out there. You know, payment plans should not be taken lightly at all. So if this is the content you want to see, stay with me, guys. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and this is Bames here again. Thank you so much for all the love on the channel. You know, I see you guys and I appreciate you guys. Okay, so this topic that I want to talk about today is very dear to my heart because I feel like a lot of people are being misled. They'll just say, pay £1,000. You know, when you get to the UK you make this money, this and that. A lot of these people don't know anything about payment plan, and it's very, very concerning because I've seen a lot of people running helter-skelter because of money. Okay, and I know that I also did a video about payment plan in the past, but I also do know that schools have now changed their payment plan because a lot of people are defaulting on their payment. So they've increased their deposits, they've increased, you know, the percentage upon enrollment. So I took it upon myself and I said, okay, I'm going to actually sit down and see good schools that have good payment plans still, regardless of the restrictions and all of those things. Okay, so I'm just going to be talking about them, and if you see me looking at my phone, it's because I have all the details on my phone. Okay, this is in no particular order, right? So I'm just going to talk about, you know, what I found out, and I'll also put the link in the description box. Okay, so the number one on my list is going to be University of Dundee. Okay, and from what I found out, I can see that previously this school, they were accepting £2,000 as deposit, but from 2023, which is going to be next year, obviously the deposit is now going to be £3,000. Okay, which is still very much affordable. The other thing I also noticed with their payment plan is the fact that they allow several monthly payments, right? So that's basically you can spread your balance into 7 payments. However, this has to be done via direct debit. So when you come into the country, you need to speak to them and they will help you set up this direct debit. And these 7 monthly payments can span from mid-October until mid-April. So if you come in September, they expect that you start paying the balance of your fees in 7 places from October up until April. Okay, and if your January start as well. So just before I go on, this is for my September people, right? This is for people that are looking at September 2023. Okay, so for September starts from mid-October until mid-April, and this has to be for via direct debit. Now, the other thing I noticed with this school is that they have a stringent measure in place in regards to the direct debit. So if your direct debit fails, they are going to charge you a late payment fee of 3.5% of your tuition fee. So regardless of knowing that they have a good payment plan, you also need to bear this in mind, that should anything happen and your direct debit fails, you're going to pay a late payment fee of 3.5%. However, they will not charge you more than £400, right? So even if your 3.5% is more than £400, they will not charge you more than £400 for that particular late payment fee. So bear that in mind. I'm going to drop the description, the link in this description box, right? So you can go through, you know, University of Dundee yourself and see if they have your course and the amount, you know, the tuition fee that, you know, your course will be. Okay, so now the next on my list is going to be University of Salford. Okay, now for what I can see that their fees ranges from 15,000 to 17,000. That might sound scary, right? But bear in mind that a lot of these schools, they give scholarship like 2,000, 3,000, but you will not know until you apply, right? So if you hear 15,000 and you're a bit scared, just I'm not saying just apply, but you know what I mean. You never can tell what kind of discounts they will be giving you. Okay, now the deposit is on the high side for University of Salford, and they require deposit of 5,500. Okay, I'm also a believer of, if you pay more deposits, it makes your life easier in this country. So I'm also a believer of, if you can, please rally around. Okay, so the deposit is 5,500 for University of Salford, and from what I can see, they have installment plan which you can pay in either 5 or 7 consecutive monthly installments. Okay, so this also depends on the course you're studying. So you can either do 5 or 7, but you need to speak to them in regards to the course you're studying. Okay, and this is monthly installments, so I think this is good. After paying 5,500, if you can spread the payment for 5 or 7 months, I think that's good considering what we have out there right now. Okay, so University of Salford is the second on my list, right? So now the next one I'm going to be talking about is University of West of England in Bristol. Okay, so from what I can also see in regards to University UWE, I'm just going to refer to it as UWE. Okay, they have a 3-month payment plan that you can run from November to January, right? So if you come in September, the first payment plan, the first installment would be from November, and you can spread it up until January. Or you can also decide to opt for the 6-month payment plan. Okay, so you can decide to run it from November to January or November to April. Okay, so this would depend on what you decide and how you discuss with the people in charge and all of that. Okay, what I can also see is that they collect this installment by direct debit. Okay, so in regards to direct debit for University of West of England, what they do is that if your direct debit fails, they will try to recollect it 14 days after, right? So this one now, they have a lenient approach towards their direct debit. They will try to take it 14 days after. Okay, so just ensure that even if you cannot meet the dates, 14 days after, they will also try to retake this direct debit. So I think that's also very interesting. All right, and then from what I can see, the deposit is 5,500. So the deposit is also high, but like I said, if you can pay good deposits, it makes your life easier when you come to the UK. So if you can, please rally around and make this payment. Okay, so that's number 3 on my list, is University of West of England in Bristol, right? So now the next university I'm going to be talking about is University of South Wales, right? So South Wales is in Wales. Okay, and from what I can see, their courses ranges from 14,000 to 15,000, and so good with this school, they've also put the discount that they're going to be giving you. So if let's say if you're studying anything, MBA, MSc, and so on, right, in business, law, or whatever, your fee is going to be 14,950, but they're going to give you a discount of 2,000 to 2,500 depending on how they decide. So you can see that at the end of the day, your fee will be like 12,000. So for University of South Wales, from what I can see, you need to go to the school to be able to discuss payment plan, but they are very flexible and they are willing that you can pay your balance, the balance of your fees monthly by installments, and they are also going to take this fee via direct debit. Okay, so from what I can see on their site, you need to go to the school. There's a way you can set it up, discuss this with them, and it looks like they are flexible. Okay, so that's University of South Wales. Now, the next university on my list is Glasgow Caledonian University. So by the name, this school is in Glasgow. Okay, and from what I can see, the deposit is £4,000. That's not bad in my opinion. £4,000 is the deposit. And the sweet thing about this school is that they allow 8 monthly installments from October up until May. So if you're starting in September, they allow 8 monthly installments. That is so sweet. Like, you can spread your payment for 8 months, starting from October to May. Okay, so this is also a very good payment plan for people that might be thinking about payment plan out there. So that's for Glasgow Caledonian University. Okay, now my next school is going to be University of Northampton, right? So for this university, for September starts, you need to pay 25% for your deposit. Okay, so this is one of the schools that are still doing flexible deposit. So you need to pay 25% of your deposit, and the remaining the remaining fee can be spread into 7 equal installments. I think this is amazing. I think this is really, really amazing. From what I can see, their cost ranges from 15,000 to 16,000, and like I said, most of these schools, they have discounts in place, and you will not know until you apply. right? So 25% deposit and then several equal installments. I think this is also amazing. Okay, so now the next one I'm going to be talking about is University of Bolton. If you don't know already, this is one of my favorite, and this is because they have very flexible payments, right? So for Bolton, the deposit is 4,550, if I'm correct. If not, I'll put somewhere here, but I think it's 4,550. Okay, and they literally don't have payment plan. If you search the whole of Bolton website, you won't find anything. But from what I know, I have a lot of friends in University of Bolton, and I know that they might send you mails here and there, but they don't pressure people. Okay, and I'm not saying this to enable people out there that want to default their payments. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, just in case this school does not pressure people. I know someone that did not pay his fees up until graduation, but obviously if you don't pay your fees, they will not submit your name for PSW, so don't think you can carry their money and go. But yes, they are very flexible and they don't stress students at all. So if that's something that you want to be looking into, of course, please look at University of Bolton. Okay, now the last on my list is going to be University of Derby. Derby is in Derby, right? And for September, the deposit is £3,000 still. This has not changed. And for September enrollment, they expect that you pay the half of the remaining amount by the 1st of November, and then the final installment by 10th of January. This might not sound really, really enticing, but I think it's still good considering that a lot of schools have changed their plan. Okay, for example, University of Hertfordshire, the deposit used to be 25%, but now it's 65%. You can see the difference in all of the schools. Most schools now are asking for 50% upon enrollment. So what's the essence of this my video? My video is just to let you know that, look, it's not just by deposits. Like people used to say, it's very easy to pay deposits, right? But it is not easy to, pay the rest of your fees. Don't let anybody sell you dreams that, don't worry, you come to the UK, you see job the next day and you work, you can, don't let them sell you dreams. It's very okay to plan. Please plan accordingly, okay? And then look at these schools very well. Don't let the cheap deposits lure you into something that you'll not be able to handle. And schools are not even taking it funny right now. They will send your name to Home Office. They will say they've withdrawn you. So many cases that we are seeing. So I'm just doing this video so that to help someone that might be coming in September 2023, these are the things you want to look at. Even though you want to look at, cheap cities, all of these things, please do not ignore payment plan. It is very important. Okay, this is to save you a lot of stress, and you need your head to study and all of those things. Okay, so this is why I thought that I should make this updated video about payment plan, and I hope it helps someone out there. Okay, see you guys in my next video. Ciao.